I'm Joe Duffy of OffshoreInsiders.com, and on behalf of SportsbookReview.com, we're going to take a look at the USC versus Washington State football game, and I will also have a free pick for you. And as I follow this report at OffshoreInsiders.com, it's been, I think, 11 days since we've missed a Wise Guy football selection. Already know we're going to have a bunch up for this weekend, Thursday through Monday. Please visit OffshoreInsiders.com and get all the winners a spectacular year. Again, it is for Joe Duffy's Picks. USC is just 1-3 against the spread as they beat lowly California by just 10, laying 17. Now, they are undefeated straight up. And this kind of brings into play what I like to call my dichotomous straight up and ATS theory. It's most effective in the NBA, but at least does have some relevance in college football. And basically what that says is when one team is winning straight up but not covering, or vice versa, they are winless or they are losing a lot of games straight up, but yet they are covering, you continue to ride the spread streak. And that is because if a team is losing, they're not going to go up in value that much as far as the power ratings are concerned. And if a team is winning, they're not going to go down that much. And it is just a great sign of which teams are overvalued and undervalued. Both of these teams, of course, are playing on a shorter week, as this is a Friday night game. But the home team, Washington State, they really didn't even break a sweat in the second half in the rout of Nevada. They were crushing them at halftime, and they wound up winning 45-7. USC, though, they're in a little bit of an interesting situation here. Remember, this is the previous 3 weeks, and they had no buys. Stanford, the big rivalry, which they played great. Overtime game to Texas, that was a wild one. And a close call at Cal, in which Cal had a chance to win the game outright, but wound up turning the ball over in the fourth quarter. So the short week, you could make a strong argument, is a lot tougher on the road team USC than it is on the home team Washington State. And that could be very significant because so far USC, they've played their best in the fourth quarter, outscoring teams 62-31. Washington State averages 88 offensive snaps per game, fourth in the nation. Again, that is the most important, though far from the only important statistic when it comes to handicapping totals. Surprise, though, when both teams actually have a full week rest. We did want to test that there I talked about. Road teams off of a road game and home teams off of a home game. The road team is actually a very solid 22-14 against the spread, including 7-4 as road favorites. And at SBR odds, USC opened up as a 6-point favorite, but they are now down to 3.5, and that's pretty close to across the board at SBR odds. But you want to check SBR odds not just for the point spread, but for the best juice possible. And all those sports books at SBRodds.com are thoroughly vetted. Also keep in mind that the Washington State has played a home-friendly schedule. They have yet to hit the road this year. Teams playing their fifth or more straight home game to start the year. A solid 34-28 against the spread, though. 6-10 as home underdogs of more than 3. Now, home underdogs ranked 16th or higher are only 29-42 against the spread. That would say to fade Washington State. And 21-36 when getting 2.5 points or more. I have the honor of being a guest on a very popular USC podcast, the Perry Style Podcast. I'm a weekly guest there. And the host, Ryan Abraham, he knows USC as well as anybody. His knowledge of USC and their strengths and weaknesses is as good as anyone. And he has also been pretty objective. He likes to pick their games against the spread, and he's going against them a few times this year, and wisely so. But he did tell me on that podcast he thinks this is a good week for USC to cover, match up well. So he did predict that USC, and again, he's been very objective about a team he's extremely knowledgeable about. But it's interesting to pass that along. However, my official free pick from OffshoreInsiders.com is to go with this game over the 65 at SBRodds.com. I've seen 65 is definitely widely available. Please make sure you join me on Sportsbook Review's Facebook page. Sign up now or like their Facebook page. Become a fan of their Facebook page every Saturday and Sunday. 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We broadcast live, late-breaking injury information, weather, steam, consensus plays, etc. And, if you're on the West Coast, maybe you don't get up that early. That's okay. It's on demand on the Sportsbook Review Facebook page. And again, join me at offshoreinsiders.com for all your winners this weekend.